So one of the things that we discussed was the importance of really identifying who your ideal client is. Now, I know that we have heard this one too many times. I know I have, like, if you speak to everybody, you speak to no one, right? But he explained it there. I think he explained it very different. So here's the question, right? And I can send you this too, but just kind of start asking yourself. It says, what business are you in? Right. And so some of us will be like, we're in the health and wellness industry. We're in the health and wellness. We're in the fitness business, but the reality is, he's like, you want to now ask yourself, what business are you really in? So for example, he did the example of, like, if somebody is the railroad track company, they were like, oh, we're in the railroad business. No, they're not. They were in the delivery business. Right. Yeah. And so we want to really think, and I've had a really hard time with this because I don't know why. I've just really had a hard time, because well, anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't want to put things in your head. So what business are you really in? What is the message you want to give out to people? So you want to think about that. What business are you really in? Okay. Then he talked about the fact that we have to have constant innovation. We have to constantly innovate our products and services. So, so for example, with the tea drops, you want to, don't put out all your flavors right away, because then you want to, maybe in 2 weeks, you can be like, guess what? We have a new flavor, and everyone's like, I want to try that. Right. Yes. So yeah. So you want to, constant innovation.
I've actually been, everyone that's been ordering, I've actually been saying that coming in April, I have another rotating menu of flavors. So stay tuned, especially because Herbalife's dropping the new flavor. So that's really what I'm after.
Yeah, but don't wait.
No. I like that constant innovation. You know what, on the ideal client, he really got me thinking about that on the New World, New You Challenge. Remember when he did the business day? So on the business day, he talked a lot about, the girl with the spandex brand. And was it spandex? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Spanx.
Spanx, there we go, La Faja lady. So that day I really started to think about it, because it really tied into what I was learning at Side Hustle School at the time, the few times that I was able to plug in. But in January, I started to really understand this message in Side Hustle School when they talked about identifying your avatar, right? Who is that person that you're going to advertise? So I really started to think about it. And I don't know if you would agree, but for me, it's helping women to stop dieting, helping women to start living a healthy, active lifestyle. So as I went down through it, I'm like, my ideal client is women like me. Is that too simple to say?
So, well, yes and no, but here's the deal, right? So the business that you're in, the business that you're really in, right? The business that you're really in is that would be your thing. The business that I'm really in, I'm in the business of helping women stop dieting and showing them how to live a sustainable, I would put that word in, a sustainable, active lifestyle.
Yes.
Around their busy schedule, that's probably what I would just probably add sustainability, because that's right. You want to make sure that so for example, one of the guys was saying, one of the girls was like, she's in the restaurant business. And then she said, no, you're in the business of creating, what did she say? Creating fun, memorable experiences for you and your family, something like that. The other one was like, what business are you in? I'm a private chef. And he's like, no. It's like, what business are you really in? And I'm in the business. Where's my notes? I don't know how my notes are, but I'll send you some of my some ideas. But it was like, I'm in the business of helping. I'm in the business of, what do you do? I provide in-home chef services. You know how, no, this is what it says. You want to put, how, write that down. How, and then you want to say, for example, how women are constantly up and down yo-yo dieting. And then they go yeah. Well, I help women learn how, and blah, 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 whatever you just said, right? So he was like, if you start the phrase with, you know how people don't have a good breakfast every morning. You know how it's difficult to eat healthy. You know how it's so difficult to get your whole family to sit at the table. You know how, like that. That was it. So now let me help you with the ideal client. And actually, we're going to do this together because this is something I really need to nail down, because he was saying that, you want to really, and then actually it was Dean Gars, whatever, that you want to know who your ideal client, so that you know where do they live? Like, where are they, so that you can you can market to them specifically. Okay. So in the customer, in your ideal client, you want to know who your client, your customer is. Okay. What they value, need, and want. So like, what is my personal value? What they need.
And I've actually been tracking this a little bit with the Instagram numbers to see the growth, which audience is growing the most. And it's my 25 to 40 audience, specifically women, obviously. It's like 80% women and about 15, maybe 20% men that started to follow me. But I've really been understanding that from the insights on Instagram. Hey, it's the specific women that are identifying to me, that are sticking around, that are following me, that are commenting. So how can I target them? How can I advertise to them and their needs? So trying to like get in their heads without getting in my head.
Yeah. So this is what you want to think about, that market or those. But see, here's the thing, right? Like, you want to also think about, who do you want to serve?
Mhm.
Because, for example, I know a lot of people follow me. Like, let's just say there's this one girl, Juana, as an example. She comments on everything. She follows me. She like sends me private messages, like not one, like 10 of them. I would not like to work with her. She's not my ideal client. Like, she likes what I do, what I'm up to, but I would not want to work with her. So you also want to think about, like, who do you connect with? Like, so for example, Anthony Robbins was talking about the fact that when he was, when the economy hit, the why he started Business Mastery was because he realized that the people that were, here's what you want to think about. He kept saying over and 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 over again that we have not seen anything yet. Shit's about to go down. Like, they have been pouring trillions of dollars into the economy. Inflation is going to go through the roof and all that stuff, right? So he's like, you guys got to get prepared. I don't mean to be negative, but it's going to get worse. And so you want to think about, who is your ideal client? What do they value? What do they need? And what do they want? And you want to think about, who is that person? Who is that client that's going to stick with you no matter what? Like, they are going to want your services no matter what, even through the hard times of the economy. And he's like, so last time when he created Business Mastery was when things were not going well with the economy. He thought, who is that client that needs and wants and values my services right now? Like, because it's not everybody, right? And it's like, business owners, they love, bless you, they love what I do. They have the money, they see the value. Even in the tough times, more so, they'll be like, I really need this. I got to get myself out of this funk. So that's, you want to think about who will still want your services even through the hard times. And then of course he said, sorry, the fourth one. So this is what I'm going to do right now. Maybe we can do it together. I'm putting on here what they value, need, want. And then the fourth thing is, what will fulfill them? What will fulfill them? So I think, like, if you start thinking about, so for example, if you're going to think about a woman like you, okay, first of all, I think like we kind of all make a little bit of that mistake. Like, I want to work with somebody like me. I would love to have somebody who's fucking like, but I'm like, really? Do I really want that? Right. But anyway, so what do they value? What do they need? What do they want? And what will fulfill them? So let's take a few minutes and we'll break this down, and then I'll tell you what, because then after that, he was like, what are you going to do to fulfill them? So, okay, let's take here. I'll put, you think 5 minutes is good?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take 5 minutes to timer. Resume. No, 5 minutes.
The ideal client that I want to work with.
Yes.
That
So
I
like,
can
for
serve
example,
and work with.
Yeah. So for example, me personally, like if I am honest, I want to work with a woman. I want to work with a woman like us who's Latina, who's bilingual, like somebody who like, you know, so I mean, like, I don't want them to be too educated like us, because then we get into our fucking heads. Like,
We
I want a woman-
overthink.
yeah, like I want her, like I've been thinking a lot about this. Like, what does she look like? I'm like, she's Latina, she's bilingual. She's the type of woman that the whole family always goes to her. Like, she's the one that solves everybody's problems. She's there for everybody else. She likes to work out. She likes nice things, but she's not totally materialistic, but she likes good things. And then she's around 35, like probably about maybe 26, 25 to 45 years old, right around there, and likes to live a good life. And has
Yes.
a good heart. Like that's, but I personally, no offense, I don't want to work with like clinically obese women because I don't relate to them. And I
Right.
realized I don't know how to help them because I've never been there.
Yes.
And I don't want to work with somebody who is like Sylvia, because
Right.
I also don't relate to them, because they make me feel bad. I'm like, well, fuck, I want to have a little bit of cheese. I want to drink a little bit, right? So like, I want to work with women that are like, that are fit and healthy, but also like to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that are not too overweight, because I can't relate, and that are not, because I don't know the psychological battles that they face,
Right.
like Sylvia's so good at that because she's been there. And I
Yeah.
don't want to work with like bikini models because I've been there and they're not fun to work with. So like, these are not my clients. I want to be right in the middle. They got a
Yes.
few pounds to lose, but they still think their shit don't stink.
Okay.
Does that
I
make
see
sense?
it. Yes.
So like, start thinking about that. And as you're visualizing her, what would she value? What would she need? What would she want? Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna mute us, okay? Because otherwise I'm gonna make a lot of noise and then I get so distracted so easy. There we go. Hey, babe, you keep working, Marcella. So how are you?
Good, good.
Thank you for texting me. I was like so into it. I didn't see your message. So
Yeah,
you're coming.
Here.
How are you doing?
Good, good. Just having a little break, so I figure I better plug in.
Okay, so this is what we're doing, okay? So I took a course with Anthony Robbins. It's a business mastery. And so one of the things that we are identifying is one of the things that he talked a lot about. And I know we've talked about it in Side Hustle, but I just heard it differently and he gave us a formula. And that is, who is your ideal client? Like if you could work with like a specific type of person, who would she or he be? So I'll give you mine to give you some idea of what this looks like, okay?
Okay.
So let me play I'm present now. Oh, well, turn it on. Oh, I have to turn on your camera. It's because I was afraid that you guys were going to do some nasty things. Hold on. I was afraid you guys were going to get loving and I didn't want to see it, Martha, so I turned off your camera. Go ahead, turn on your camera, Martha. There we go. Martha and her husband love each other a lot. And when I saw them go into the room, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking turn that shit off. Okay, so Martha, you can turn it on now. Okay, so you want to think about who your ideal client is, okay? So for example, for me, if I'm really honest with you, I have this, if I could work with anybody, this is who I would work with. I would work with a Latina who's bilingual, preferably, but Latina is fine. I would work with the Latina that was between the ages of 25 to 45, who likes to be, she's the type of woman that everyone goes to for things. The family goes to her to read, the interpreter, like todo mundo, she's the one that everyone goes to do things for them, right? Because then she's resourceful, she's intelligent, right? Like that's who people go to. She's somebody who's always like hustling, doing things, es bien inquieta, right? She's not obese, okay? But she's not a bikini model. So she's like, she likes to live a healthy, active lifestyle, but she also likes to have fun. So she eats healthy, but drinks a little bit on the weekends, okay? Likes to look good, but she's not materialistic. She likes to look and likes nice things, but she's not like, she has a good heart. So she likes nice things, but she doesn't judge you if you don't have them, okay? Like that's that's my ideal client. So does that make sense? Kat? Is she muted? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so now, okay, so this is so do you have an idea of who your ideal client would be?
Yes.
Okay, so thinking about who she or, oh, there's a timer. Okay, we'll give a little more time. Okay, so thinking about who she or he would be, these are the questions that he asked us, okay? So, because you want to think about, so one of the things you really want to do in your nutritional club is you want to have constant innovation. You do not want to give your clients all the flavors off the top, because then they get bored and they don't have anything new. Clients want constant innovation. So as you're thinking about this person, for example, for me, one of the things that I thought about when I was talking to Marcela is like, I would, well, focus, Carla. So they want constant innovation. Okay, so when you're marketing, you want to think about that. So like the flavors of the month, the flavors of the week, the flavors of this, the flavors of that. This today we have this. It's got to be different all the time. Maybe not all the time, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so that's constant innovation on your products, services, and delivery. Innovation on your products, your services, and delivery. So, for Marcela, since you're going to be delivering things, something that maybe you didn't innovate the flavor, but then that week you're like, hey, by the way, I don't know, you put like a little umbrella, be like, I'm giving you this to remind you that summer's around the corner, girls, so let's stay hydrated. Oh, that's a good one, so like whatever, right? So like delivery, all those innovation in the products, the services, and the deliveries. Okay, when you're thinking about your ideal client, you also want to think about how are you going to add more value to her or him? Like everything you do needs to be, how can I add more value to him or her? Okay, and if you're constantly thinking, everything we do, ladies, is about adding value, right? So for example, maybe, okay, oh, my CR7 is kicking in. So maybe, okay, one of the ways that we can add value that doesn't cost you anything is like, for example, you go and somebody grabs a tea or whatever, and they're like, and you listen, you're like, yes, thank you so much, because I really have such a hard time drinking water or whatever. And then you make a mental note, right? And then maybe one of the things that you can do, be like, let me have your number. I'm going to send you something. And you go on to herbalifevideos.com and then you send her the video on the importance of water. That's adding value, right? So it could be, people these days, they really value education. They value knowledge. And they also value that you care. So imagine if we can think of ways to add value to our clients. Maybe one of the things that we can start doing, one of the things I'm thinking about doing, I'm thinking about bringing Teen Beauty back and doing it in a way where it's like, we give them something, they sign up and they get I don't know, we'll see, right? But like, how can we add value to our clients? So speaking of that, what you want to think about, Kat, is now that you have your client in mind, like, who is your ideal client? What does she like? What does she not like? Where does she live? Because you want to, once you know who that person is, now you can target market. For example, if you are looking for people that are, that just came, your ideal client is somebody who has a very tough life. Maybe one place you would want to market yourself to is like the after people, that the rehabs after jail. Like, you know what I mean? So like, the more you know, be like, where are these people? Where are they? Where do they live? Where do they hang out? What do they watch? So, okay. So now you want to ask yourself these 4 questions. Number 1 is, what does your ideal client value? What do they value? Okay. And what I did is I just put a little bit of like space in between so that I can answer these questions. Okay. Number 2 is, what do they need? Okay. What do they need? Number 3, what do they want? Okay. And then number 4, what will fulfill them? Okay, so this is what we were working on when you jumped in. What we will fulfill them. So, Marcela, are you done with yours?
I'm on the last one, on the fulfill one. I'm
Okay,
kind of
let's spend a
stuck
couple
there.
of minutes and let's go ahead and do this. Does this make sense, Kat? Okay, so let's work on that. Okay, so what do they value? What do they need? What do they want? And what will fulfill them? Does this make sense, Marta? Okay, perfect. All right, let's go. Okay, let us know when you're done.
I'm done.
Are you done, Kat? Okay. Where are you at, Kat? Katia? Oh, you're muted.
And the last one.
Okay, go ahead. I'll give you a minute
Okay.
so we can share because this is really good. I'm super excited. I'm super excited. We didn't do it when we were at the thing. Write this down, Marcela, a system for referrals. So start while we wait for her, let's work on that. What kind of system would you create for referrals?
Okay.
All right. Oh, I just got a good idea. Okay. All right, Marcela, do you want to go through yours?
Yeah.
So let me tell you guys the purpose of this is because now that you can see this, now you're not just randomly posting, now you're not just randomly talking, like you can actually have, like I just got some ideas while I was doing this. I'm like, oh my God, I should do this, I should do that. Because at the end of the day, the preferred members or you're the distributors that gel with this kind of a person, you're now going to be able to think about how to retain them because you're going to think about what do they value. For example, with Marta, as an example, I could buy her some lipstick. It's not going to excite her. Okay. But if I give her a challenge, okay, and I know that she likes experiences. She likes to experience life. Like she likes the adrenaline. But if I tell her, like, do this, I'm going to give you this lipstick, she'd be like, okay, well, no, thank you. Right. But if I'm like, you know what, do this, and we're going to go zip lining, like, she'd be like, I'm all fucking for it. Right. So the more we know, the better it is to attract our tribe. Okay, Marcela, go.
Okay, so just thinking of my ideal client, and not that I want to work with girls like me, but I understand that path. I've lost 120 pounds and I do understand the mindset. I do understand how to cut it short and not go through my 10-year battle. So, kind of put it into context a little bit of what Sylvia has done, share that experience. So my ideal client is the girl that's struggling with weight loss. She's between 25 to 40. She's got over 50 pounds to lose. Really any background. And I say any background because this girl is individualistic. So I don't care what background she is. She could have grown up Roman Catholic and still be who she is. Self-starter. She's a problem solver. She's the go-to as well. She thrives on knowledge. Now, what does she value? She values knowledge. She values her body, but doesn't quite know how to give her body what it needs. She values improvement. She values serving others. She values loyalty, individuality, freedom. She values problem solving, kindness, contribution. She values being open-minded. What does she need? She needs a plan. She needs more simple information. Even though she thrives on knowledge, like me, we tend to overthink. So what we actually need is like the simple plan of attack. She also needs the steps, like I mentioned, the guidance, patience. A lot of times we need just someone with a little bit of extra patience, some more than what we have for ourselves. Someone who understands their battle. What does she want? She wants simplicity. She wants something that works. She wants something that doesn't restrict her, but something that supports her and constantly encourages her. Fulfilled. This is a part I struggled a little bit, but this is what I have. What would fulfill her? Accomplishing that target, knowing that she's setting her, not just herself, but others up for success, like her family members or even contributing to her friends. Feeling confident, finally feeling confident in her own skin, and progress, constant progress. And that's
Okay.
where I left off.
All right, so what kinds of, so one of the things in Kat and Martha, if you guys want to contribute, one of the things I'm very surprised I didn't hear you put anywhere is community. No, I don't know. I'm just asking, like, I don't know, like, you know, so I don't know if that's something that is, yeah, you think that she would need. The reason I'm saying that, because as you're thinking like, you know, she needs a plan. So now you're going to have to create a plan, right? So like, if you're going to, so as we're doing this, you got to think like, what do they need? Well, they need this. Okay. So you're going to need to fulfill on that, right? That's why we're doing this. So, you know, that's not something you might want to, I don't know if she needs a community, but I would assume she needs a community, right? I don't know. So that's just something I was like, I'm like, wait, she has not mentioned community once. Go ahead, Kat.
And it's funny because part of what I'm doing right now with Lupe and developing innovation from what we've been doing on social media is developing that community, and it's growing. So at the same time, I'm thinking that this is already part of the community, but you're right, it has to be down on paper as part of the message. Yeah. And we're actually doing something that's not team beauty. It's something just opening up for every woman to help develop them, but more so focused on our clients and really helping them develop that whole mental part. Because I know for weight loss, it's not about it's not about sticking to your nutrition plan, and it's not about working out. For someone like myself that had over 50 pounds to lose, it wasn't until I started digging into this that the body started to come with it.
What were you gonna say, Kat?
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, a lot of people aren't really comfortable with like the word community, because you think community, you think male, female, you know. So I find it that it's more relatable to my clients, sisterhood, you know, like something like that. So that's just something that to throw out there. Like, you know, sometimes if you approach them with, oh, we have a great community, a lot of women, you're just starting on this journey, like, well, you mean there's going to be male, female? Like if you say sisterhood, then right away they connect it to, oh, it's only girls. Like, you know, it's more female based. And then also, you know, like I have the clients that are couples. So then it's more using that community term with them because they can both do it together. So it's just finding out the right words that make it relatable, where they can find the connection.
Good point. Good point. All right, great. So as you hear ours, because as I'm hearing yours, I got ideas for me. So as you hear ours, you can probably help you with that one. Okay, go ahead, Kat. Who's your ideal client? What do they look like? Who are they?
So my ideal client, and I just threw stuff together on here, is active, is a go-getter, has a positive attitude, is empowering, probably a mother on the go, or someone who's, you know, busy. I like working with busy people. What is my ideal client value? They value friendship, consistency, dedication. What do they need? They need energy. They need a routine. They need motivation and a sisterhood. What do they want? They want rewards. They want results. They want new habits, and they want a new lifestyle. What will fulfill them? Follow-ups, honesty, encouragement, affirmations, guidance, reaching a goal, and joining in. I put down BFF, you know, we do the BFF group. And that's about it. At the top.
I'm gonna copy that one.
I added to my list.
You just talked too fast. I was like, wait. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I'll take a picture.
Yeah, can you please?
Okay.
Take a picture. No, I'm serious, because like you literally described like who I would love to work with. And I love that you said that. Because see, to me, I was like, who everyone goes to, that might not be the case, but it could be somebody who's busy. That's really what I'm looking for, because you want something done, give it to a busy person.
Yeah.
Ella no tiene nada que hacer, no lo va a hacer. Por eso no hace nada. Like, you know what I mean? So Yeah, so I love that. So like can you repeat that? Can you go back to your first one? A
Okay.
go-getter?
So my ideal client is active, a go-getter, has a positive attitude, is empowering, someone on the go. And what do they value? They value friendship, consistency, dedication. What do they need? They need energy, a routine, motivation, sister,
Whoa. Energy, a routine.
routine, motivation, a sisterhood, so community. What do they want? They want rewards, they want results, they want new habits, and a new lifestyle.
That they want a new lifestyle. Like if you were to talk to anybody and be like, what do you do? And then you say whatever you say, and then be like, and really overall, I help people how to get a new lifestyle with their body and their finances. Like, ching ching, you know?
Yeah.
That was good. Marta, do you want to share yours? I don't know if you did it. I can't see you. Oh, there you are.
Oh, like most of my distributors, they say lo mismo que ella, the same as hers. I like it. No, I simplify a lot, so it's like very like I'll read mine, so you know now because it has this. I'm looking for busy people, okay? That's my experience. You know, the people that are busy, they want to get things done, and they want things. You know, that's what they're busy. They're going after something. So what do they value? It's their time, their health, and their money. You know, this is a kind of
Wait. They value what? Say it again.
They value their time, their health, and their money.
Their time, their health, and their money.
What do they need?
Like that.
That's something they need. Something that's practical, something that's balanced, something that can go and versatile. Okay.
They speak Spanish.
Okay, qué bueno. Okay. And they need reconocimiento. We would like that. And I like people that want that. Okay. What do they want? They want to feel good all over. You know, they want to feel good in the community and their families. They just want to feel good. This is why we work so hard. Okay. And while we fulfill them, les puse pequeños triunfos, little goals, you know, accomplishments, and rewards, you know, and everybody's different. So we want to be noticed. That's the kind of people that I want. Huh?
Noticed.
Everybody wants to be seen.
Oh.
Thank you very much. So that's about all I have. But I really enjoy this class. You know, I see value in it. That's why I'm here. I see value, so I'm here. We want value. Okay. Another thing that is like going over the copying you. Okay. Obviously with that lifestyle, you know, that lifestyle, it's a big thing. You know, we need to kind of, when I don't do a lot of posting, you know, I'm learning that. I want to learn that. So, because I'm busy. I get busy. So going to the phone, I even did like, if I'm gonna check my phone every 30 minutes, because I forget. I'm busy and I get carried away doing other stuff. And I'm like, oh, I haven't even posted. I didn't even read. And then my kids start calling me because like, Mom, you're not answering. Are you okay? So that's just me. So, you know, it's like, that's it. Keep on going.
Marta, you have a club, huh?
I have a club. My husband works the club.
Okay, so what has been helping me a lot, because I don't have the time to post, is an incentive. So I tell my clients, if you post us and you add us, you mention us, I'm gonna write down all the names for the week. And at the end of the week, I'm gonna do a raffle. And so I'm getting a lot of posts. So at the end of the day, when I shut the bar down, I just repost everything that they've been posting. And that's helped a lot. And so I pick 3 winners and I let them pick an energy tea, a shake, whatever they want to pick from the bar, that's what they win. And they've been like really excited about it. So that's been really helpful. You should tell your husband to try that. And then I put it on social media. I do the raffle on social media at night when I'm wind down, when I have my face off. So they see I'm a real person. I'm a mom, you know, I have a busy day too. And then I'm going to pick my winners. And then the next day they come in and they're like, oh, you won, oh, lucky. So they'll take their pictures and they keep tagging me. So it's been really helpful, and they want something free.
Okay, great, thank you.
Okay.
That's a great idea because así, Marta, ellos son los que van a estar posteando, te va a ayudar y you just repost it because they tagged you. You just repost it.
And all their friends see it.
I like that. I'm gonna take that
And you
off.
get new followers, their friends see it, and then, you know, hopefully you'll pick your 2 to 3. They get something free, and then they'll post it again.
The other thing that has helped me too is that it's called Planoly. It's an app.
What's it
You do
called?
have to have Planoly,
Spell it.
Planoly. Your IG has to be a business page. It can't be it can't be content creator or personal. But as long as it's a business page, it allows you to literally schedule your posts and schedule your stories ahead of time. Yes.
The hell?
And it'll just post it for you without you even having to check your phone. But you have to sign up obviously for the full version, but it's totally worth it. Yeah, I use it. So a lot of people think I spend a lot of time on social media, and I really don't. I started using that app and it just does it for me. But yeah, you just have to have the pictures loaded with the text, everything, the hashtags, everything already saved. And then you click the calendar, the time you want it to post, because I always try to post when I have the most engagement according to my insights. And those are the times that I schedule.
Okay, on Wednesday, you need to teach us how the hell you see those insights, because
Okay.
I don't, I'm like, when you're talking, I was like, I don't know how she did all that. I know how to see
Yes.
them, but I need to analyze them. Okay.
For
Okay,
sure.
I'll do mine because I know we're going to finish. Okay, so mine is all that you said except for the 50 pounds. But all of that, by the way, also, I wanted to tell you something, Marcela. This is not like criticism, just for you to kind of narrow it. When you said, I don't care what kind of woman she is. No, you do. And I think what you meant was you don't care the religion. That's different. Like, they can be any religion, but you want to think about what kind of woman is she? Like, you know, because you're like, again, I don't care what kind of woman she is. Then again, you're back to like everybody, because you don't want a 50-pound plus woman who's rude and mean and grumpy. Like, you know what I mean? You want to think about who is she, right? So all you guys, what you all said, I want her to be busy. That's all I keep thinking. I like people that are fucking busy, like así, en chinga todo el pinche día, todo el día en chinga. But yeah, definitely somebody, my biggest thing is so she is between 25 to 45 years old. She's active. She's a go-getter. She's busy. And also she's somebody that likes to improve herself. Like, she's looking, she doesn't know how, but she like wants to do better. She wants to have better hair, better nails, better. She wants to have everything better. I love what Marta said. She wants to feel good. Okay. So I'm going to read what I wrote, so then maybe you can give you guys some ideas. Okay. What does she value? She values living a good life, healthy and fun. Okay. She values her friends, her family, and she values traveling. She values experiences. What does she need? A community of strong women that she can relate with and can push and support her, because she's always the one taking care of everybody else. So she wants people that she can lean on, because everyone's always leaning on her. So she wants a community of women that she can lean on, a community. And she also wants these women that are going to push her to work out. She also needs a challenge. She needs a challenge, okay? Because she gets bored easily. Okay, what does she want? She wants to live a fun life with experiences. Like, she wants to experience life. She loves hanging out with friends, having fun. She loves to dress up. So she wants money, but she wants to make it on her own terms, on her own time. She also wants to travel. She wants to shop. And she wants to buy things for her family. She wants to like give back to her family, like to her nieces, and like she likes that. What will fulfill her? Experiences. Again, having fun. Apparently, I want someone that has fun. I'm gonna be specific. Healthy fun.
Sapphires.
Huh?
You want a bunch of sapphires.
I know, right? No, I want sapphire rubies. And so apparently fun is important to me, but I want to be specific, universe. I want healthy fun because last time I said that I got a bunch of drunks. So she, what fulfills her is experiences. She loves having fun traveling. Another thing that fulfills her is she likes to challenge. They like to challenge, like a friendly competition. She likes that challenge. What other fulfills her? Beautiful things, gifts, recognition fulfills her. And encouragement. Again, because she's always taking care of everybody else, she wants to be recognized. Like she wants to be, what did you say? She wants to be noticed. I like that. That's what I put. So apparently I want a fun person. Not how many times I said fun. Okay. I think I like to work with fun people. When they're boring, I'm like, Dios mío santo. And I'm going to add positive in there somewhere because I also don't like negative people. They can be mad once in a while, but somebody who's negative is not it. Okay, before we complete, do you guys have any questions? I'm going to give you a homework assignment. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Yeah, Marta.
¿Me puedes repetir la frase que, the phrase, did you know, how was it? Tienes que decir antes de empezar un comentario.
As you know. So, Kat, before you got on, one of the things that Anthony Robbins, he brought this guy. I got to send you guys his video. He is I was like blown away. One of the things that he said is when people say, what business are you in? You're like, oh, I'm in the health and wellness business. Oh, I make shakes. No, that's not what we do. So what business are you really in? So you want to think about what is the problem you're solving? Okay, so what business are you really in, Kat? And you want to get creative, right? And a way that you can start the conversation is, as you know. So for example, Sergio brought up this one. I loved it. He said, as you know, or is it as you know? Where's my notes?
You know how. You know how.
You know how? Oh, yeah. Sorry. You know how. Thank you. Marta, it's you know how. Okay, so then you would say, you know how most of us don't have time to eat breakfast? You know how, it's you know how, Marta, sorry. It's you know how. So then like, for example, this chef, Kat, he was a private chef. So he goes into your homes and he cooks for you. So then people, instead of saying, I'm a private chef, like, oh, okay, cool. But instead he's like, you know how families no longer enjoy a dinner together at the dining table because the mom is cooking and by the time she sits down she's super in a bad mood? Well, I provide I'm a private chef. I go to your home and I cook and make a beautiful healthy experience that you don't, for your family, that you don't have to worry about, or something like that. So like a guy would be like, come over tomorrow, you know? So you know how we don't have time to eat a healthy breakfast? Well, I have a shop down the street that will provide a very healthy, delicious, shake that will give you all the vitamins and minerals that you need. So that is the second thing you want to say, so that you have energy and vitality throughout the day. So you don't say, I'm a smoothie shop. So you know how you're tired, like around 2, 3, you know how most people are tired around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Well, I have these amazing energy drinks that are healthy. They give you protein, 0 sugar, so that it controls your appetite. You have energy and vitality so you don't go home grumpy to your family, right? You know how, you get the idea. So if you start with, you know how, and then people go, yeah, I know how that is. And then you give them the solution with your business instead of saying, oh, what business? I sell shakes. Okay, great. But you're not connecting with you're not giving them a solution to the problem they have. Girl, this program was like, you don't even know. Like, so Carmen and I are going to teach all of April for the Monday Supervisor School. we're going to grab what we learned. Okay. This was a $10,000 investment I made, and it was worth every single freaking penny. It was so good. I was like, oh my God, everybody needs to take this class. But, so Carmen and I we're going to review our notes, and we're going to share it throughout the month of April. And one of the things that, one of the things Anthony Robbins told us to do, and I'll finish with this. There are 7 areas of business. It's called a map. He doesn't call it a business plan. He calls it a map. And he took us through this journey. So one of the things that he told us to do is to grab, because most people there have employees, grab your key employees, and every week, same time, same hour, go through every single one of them, every single week for the rest of the year. And so I'm going to have a call. I'm going to see about getting all of our world team together and seeing if that's something that they want to do, because we go through every single thing. If you do this, I think you'll go through it like 5 times throughout the year. And he's like, if you do that, everybody on the team will grow, because you're literally constantly looking like, how are your sales? And then you focus on that. And then every single thing here is a chapter. This is like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Like you literally go through these phases. My ideal distributor is the only one I want to work with, because it's really challenging to pull people that don't want to go drink the water, right? So that's something that, now that my USC thing is done, because that took up a lot of my time, that's something I was going to talk to you guys for us to start in April. So it'll be like, April till the end of the year, every week, same time, same hour, and go through the 7 steps. So I'm going to reach out to the world team and see if that's something that they want to do, and that they are going to commit to it, so anyway, so yeah, I'm excited. Carmen and I have a meeting today to go over all of that. Okay. All right, ladies. So let's start really, like, now that you know who we're talking to, maybe on Wednesday, we can talk about where is she, and let's brainstorm, how do we market to those people? Okay. All right. Kat, how you feeling? So Kat acaba de abrir su club, Marta, hace como una semana, 2 semanas. Y ya recuperó su inversión de su producto. That's freaking dope, girl.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Good. Right now it's a little slow. They take a break, and then I'll have like a little lunch rush. So I was like, okay, I might as well utilize my time and plug in here, because I know once I get home, I got to turn on mom mode. So I was like, let me just plug in, and if anybody comes in, I'll mute or whatever. But it'll pick back up after 12, and then I'm here until 2:30. So it's been going good. I start at 5 a.m.
I was going to say, stay hydrated.
Yeah.
A little while ago, so I woke up this morning, and I woke up in a bad mood, and then I got myself on the bike, and then I ran like crazy to get myself in a good mood, and now I'm exhausted. I was like so sleepy before this call. I'm not just saying this, CR7, girl. CR7, even if you do 1 scoop in a big thing and just sip it throughout the day, it'll keep you hydrated more than the tea, because the multivitamin, the cell activator, you got to be more consistent than ever. When I was making my cuts to Preston, we were working a lot. There were times that I would take them 4 times a day, because they give you more energy than caffeine, because caffeine will give you a little bit of a high and a low. The multivitamin and hydration is really going to keep you steady and focused.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just had the beverage mix, and I don't know what else, aloe and everything I could find in here, probiotics and all that.
Make a move.
Yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Say yes.
Yes.
Make a move. Make a move.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the Anthony Robbins thing. So the other day, yesterday, Sergio got mad, and I was like, make your move.
Interrupt the
Yeah,
pattern.
I was not
Interrupt the
playing anything.
Make the move. He still was mad. I'm like, make your move. Say yes. Anyway, all right, guys. All right,
Thank you so
ladies.
much.
See you guys Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.